Hey everybody, happy New Year, I guess. It's 2026. It's been a bit,
Yep.
but we're back here on Rewatchers Council. Glad to be back. Glad to see next to me, the screen right. The one they call Ferris Muthana around here. Ferris, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Rob. Hey, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I miss you, man. I
Yeah,
missed
shit.
you. I
Well,
missed you, man. Yeah, because every for the past year, every Thursday, I was like, I get to talk to Rob.
yes.
And then for 3 weeks, I was like, my Thursdays were like, Rob's not here. So
Yeah.
I felt I felt the void in my life.
Now you feel like all those judges. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk season five, season five. Oh my god, episode nine, listening to fear. Just in case you forgot, because like I said, it's been a bit, or if
Mhm.
it's in the future, it's been moments.
Yes.
Possibly. Original air date for this one, November 28th, 2000.
Hey, Adelia.
Hey, dude. Actually approaching the new century. Of course, 2000
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the century, as so many people made that mistake. Written
Mm-hmm.
by Rebecca Rand Kirshner. The last one she wrote was Out of My Mind, which was okay. It's directed by David Solomon. Last one he directed was No Place Like Home. Now, Christmas season in 2000. What's going to be the number one movie, Mr. Muthana?
Love Actually.
No, it is not. It is
Oh,
the How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The
Jim Carrey one?
Jim Carrey,
That
uh,
one came out in 2000?
Opie directed it. There you go. Yeah, why would they
Nah, that
lie?
didn't come out. That did not come out in 2000.
It
I thought that
seems
was
like it
like at
has.
least like I thought that was like at least 2002 or something.
No.
Oh
Oh
wow.
no, I know definitely was not 2002. There was a life event that happened that I know for sure. It was not 2002.
Okay.
Number one song in the U.S. Ah, so disappointing. You know, rarely can you be so disappointed in a country. Well, things change though. With Arms Wide Open by Creed. Once again, the number one song
You
in
hate,
your
bro, Rob. You hate Creed. You hate
awful.
Nickelback.
You're terrible.
You hate so much stuff, Rob. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
if you'll notice, it all sounds like the same boring, super
Yeah.
produced crap.
Oh, by the way, Rob. Speaking of a band, I got me a Carlos Santana vinyl. I gotta show you, man.
What is it? Abraxas?
I don't
We'll
know.
see. We'll find out. You don't even know what it's called.
I don't
Number one
even know.
song in the UK, and this is what I had to check before we got back on because I was sure this can't be right.
Mm-hmm.
But the number one song, "Can't Fight the Moonlight," Leanne Rhymes in the UK.
Leanne Rhymes. Is that
Yeah,
did that just come out of your mouth?
Leanne Rhymes was the number one song in the UK with "Can't
Are we
Fight
talking about?
the Moonlight."
Are we
I
still
think
talking
that's
about?
from. Was that the one from Coyote Ugly? Because I was thinking maybe because I was thinking the Con Air one, but that was that different one. That was that.
You
How
said
do
you
I?
said you said can't fight the moonlight. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Leanne Rhymes.
That's the one from Coyote Ugly. Yeah.
That's it. Okay, I
Yeah.
got the movies mixed up. Yeah, we did a little movie trivia just playing around. And I was never all that smart at
Yeah.
it. I was usually better with the music stuff, but I forgot that one.
Yeah.
Number one song in Canada seems like the ones that got it right. As
Adelia, How Do I Live was the Con Air one.
Yeah, that was the one. Uh, yeah, this one Canada gets it right once again. Back in the day, not a fan. Now I can appreciate the cheesy popness of it. And I believe it's been number one for a couple of weeks here in Canada at this time. Shape of My Heart by the Backstreet Boys.
Oh,
Backstreet Boys is Shape of My Heart. And this is like, for me, it was like I was, 20 something. You were just past zygote at this point, I
it's
think.
2000
Yeah,
November. I would be
yeah,
two.
yeah. You were in your like eighth trimester.
Yeah.
Okay, number the two.
Leanne Rams. By the way,
Yeah,
she's in
Leanne Rhymes.
She's in
Yep.
911 Nashville.
I don't know how you can watch that stuff. I watched that. I watched like my wife will watch that stuff, and I saw 911. A few of those. I was like, oh. And I knew a bunch of the people in it too. It's like, oh, come on, guys. And then they
Uh,
had the
uh, uh,
911 Lone Star.
you don't like
It's like,
Rob
oh,
Lowe?
I know people in that one too. It's like,
No.
oh, ah.
Rob Lowe, Gina Torres.
This one with the yeah.
They
This one
have it.
has the in the commercials has like a fire tornado, like a sharknado, but made of fire.
Yeah,
In
in
the
the first
commercial.
episode, yeah. It's Chris O'Donnell. It's Robin. It's Robin. Robin is
Oh,
saving the world.
I thought maybe you'd mention that he's from what NCIS
He's
Los
also from
Angeles.
NCL. Yes, he's also that
One
as
of your
well.
all-time favorite shows, I'm
But I
sure.
was but I was talking about more of like the superhero thing where he's saving the world again. As you know, another superhero for him. I'll tell you something about Con Air.
Chicks dig the car, Ferris. For God's
Yes, they
sakes,
do.
that's something.
Yeah.
If you learn nothing,
Yeah.
that's one thing
I'll
you
tell you
should
something
take.
about Con Air after we got off air because we want to stick on Buffy. There's something that
Okay.
happened in Con Air that I'm still pissed off about.
After all these years,
Yeah.
since you were not born, you've been
Yeah.
your entire life been pissed about this. All right, moving on. DVD synopsis time. Let's see what we got here. We got a spider-like Queller demon arrives in Sunnydale and begins
Yeah, he's
killing
so
mental
ugly.
patients
So
at the
ugly.
hospital just as Joyce is admitted for her surgery. And things are progressing fast
Yeah.
for Joyce. Like, I just mean like treatment wise, they really care. It seems over at Sunnydale.
Hmm.
At least you think they will. Maybe that'll something happens in this episode that will change your mind. But we're gonna find out that start this thing off that Joyce's surgery. They say it's in a couple of days. And Buffy and Dawn are there. They're going to spend their time with their mom. Says, "Don't worry about you know all the patrolling. The Scoobs got this locked down, Ferris.
Hmm.
And sure, Riley's going to help. But we cut to the fighting in the cemetery. We got Xander. We got Giles. They're getting beaten up by a couple of lady vampires. Willow's getting chucked around a little bit. And then, as soon as I think one stops to admire the throw she does on Xander, Willow goes up, stabs her in the back. Good job for that. And then Giles comes in, almost stabs Xander. Yes, no human being.
Hmm.
This would be a mortal death kind of thing. Giles and both of them get beaten up by the last remaining vampire. So Willow shows up, dusts her two dustings
Two dustings.
for Willow. Good job, Willow. She's more, I don't know if that's a nurse, if that's a terror, but it takes the legs out from under her, anyways, as they wonder what's happening. Hey, this Riley guy's no show again. And then we switch to it's like a vampire style crack house, it seems. And
Hmm.
he's sitting in a dirty old couch, getting his blood drained by some skeezy vampire. What's up with that?
That's gross. Like, what
What
are you
is
doing?
What is
Does he kill
happening?
this one? And here's the thing too. They cut away before
Yeah.
anything happens to. Does he kill the one like he killed the other one?
Un-
Which was kind of messed
undetermined,
up.
undetermined so far. Undetermined so far.
Yeah, so he's luring them in and then killing them. That's messed
This
up. That's
this might
that's.
not be the last time we see this crack house or blood house. I don't even know what to call it.
I think
Ridiculous.
it's probably called the Blood House.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
You know
probably they
what?
probably
You
like
know
oh,
what?
vampire.
I know they're vampires, and
Hmm.
we're like, oh, they're vampires, but that's some serial killer stuff.
Yeah.
That's some serial killer stuff, and I'm starting.
The only way you can feel anything is by a monster eating you,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you have a lovely girlfriend. Sure,
yeah.
maybe she isn't paying as much attention to you, but it looks like she has something going on here. She has a couple things going on here. One, life, saves the entire world all the time.
Hmm.
No big
Yes,
deal. And her mom is quite ill. And
yes,
also just realized that she has a sister that isn't a sister, but she has all these memories of her growing up. There's a lot. She has a lot going on.
yeah. He's so needy.
Yeah, he's a teacher's aide, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
and he's
You know what I
always
mean?
complaining about like she loves vampires, she doesn't love me. I mean,
And
shut up.
also, he also takes criticism from vampires to heart.
Yeah,
Instead of just saying, "Oh, what?" And also, if anybody would have dusted Spike at this point, would he have been missed? Probably not.
no.
Probably not. Anyways, back to the hospital. Assuming it's that next day, Willow's in there. She's all chipper. She's bringing gifts. The perfect thing. A cancer patient with a brain tumor needs on basically the eve of her surgery.
Hmm.
It's a beer helmet.
She's so stupid.
I think that's a fun and fine idea. I've known, unfortunately, a few people with brain cancer, and I'm sure either one of them would have enjoyed having a beer, like a double fister too, beer helmet. Also gives Dawn a book of witchcraft that doesn't have any spells, like history
I've
and
always
lore.
wanted a beer helmet, but I don't drink beer, so I never bought one.
You could put other things in it.
A Coke helmet, like a Coca Cola
You
helmet.
don't, yeah, you don't ever call it a Coke helmet.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
Can't,
Coca Cola helmet.
how
Or,
dare you?
or,
Coke
or, or,
helmet.
or, or, no, you know what? More,
The straws don't go to the mouth, if you know what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah. Or more my favorite soft drink beverage, the Dr Pepper helmet.
Oh,
Yes,
wouldn't you like to be a pepper?
yes, I would like definitely like being the pepper.
No, saying no, you know that jingle. No, who wrote that one? Barry Manilow. It's going to bring us all back to Angel. We're going to talk
Barry
about
Manilow wrote
tomorrow.
the Dr Pepper jingle. Yeah,
Oh, sure. He
shout to
wrote tons of
shout
them.
to, shout
He
to
wrote
Barry
tons
Manilow.
of them, like in the 70s. Like, I'm sure he made more money
Where's
off the
Mandy?
commercials. Oh, it's there. It was there at the same time. Anyways, so yeah, gives Buffy her homework. Turns out she's like, I'm going to probably just drop the class, stuff like that. Willow doesn't give her really too much crap about this because, again, Buffy has some things going on. But Joyce says that she would take that homework, tear it up, and stick it in bed with her.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Buffy has to say things to Dawn. It's like, yeah, Mother has a mass on her brain,
Mm-hmm.
and it presses down, and sometimes it makes her say things she doesn't mean and doesn't remember. You have to just kind of let these things slide. Just some weird things every once in a while.
Yeah.
Willow's saying, after the operation, she's going to be normal. Don't worry about it. While they're talking outside the room, though, that the first guard you see Glory stick her fingers into,
Mm-hmm.
is walking around. Turns out he's going home. He's there with his wife he was talking about.
So she didn't kill him.
Nope. That all these people, this
Mm-hmm.
mental ward has been filling up. They've been
Yes.
stacking mental patients one on top of the other. Seems, and now they have to say, well, we gotta get them out of here. Anyways, while he's going, and he's going on about is all his mental patient talk, he sees Dawn and says, she has no data. She doesn't belong.
Mm-hmm.
Another person saying this about Dawn, for God's sakes. And then Ben's gonna show up, and that's when he tells me, this mental ward, there's just too many. Gotta let him go. Don't worry about it. So we're gonna see, for some reason, in the midst of all this, Tara and Willow just hanging out on a rooftop. I could imagine maybe that's the dorm, like that's Tara's dorm or something like that. They're up on the roof watching the stars. Tara's made up her own constellations because the other ones never really made sense to her, like the giant pineapple, stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
also, here comes a shooting star that's going crazy, but it's not a shooting star. It seems to be a huge meteor, crashes right there in Sunnydale. Oddly, no one pays attention to it except our friendly Scoobies.
Mm-hmm.
But one other person didn't pay attention to it either. That's that same guard. So Ben is talking about how, they have to release these patients home to their
Mm-hmm.
families. That had happened that night. Within moments, this man with clear mental issues is just wandering alone by himself in the forest, in the park, I guess you would ever.
Mm-hmm.
No one's looking for him. You never hear anything. And immediately, something falls on him and drains him of his life. Ferris, how many times do we have to say, if you have to bring a mental patient home, just keep an eye on them at least for the night? Didn't even make it. He
This
didn't even
he,
make it
did-
to
he didn't
bed.
he didn't make it 3 hours.
That is, they
It's
give doctors a
nonsense.
lot of crap.
Yeah.
But just sending patients home, and then we got another patient that just wants to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Starts arguing. Joyce needs to get out of there for whatever reason. She doesn't want to spend the night at the hospital before her surgery. She wants to head home with Buffy. Doctors say, whoa, whoa, whoa. We can take care of you here.
Mm-hmm.
It's what this hospital does. And Joy starts having it like a temper tantrum, saying she can't be stuck there 2 days, even though I'm sure they said like your operation was like the next day or something like this. All of a
Yeah.
sudden it's 2 days to push it over, so that's fine. Anyways,
Yeah.
Buffy
I don't
starts.
like how small is this hospital in Sunnyvale that they can't like where how many doctors do they have that they keep pushing the surgery?
Well, I'm sure their mental institution or whatever didn't have that many beds,
Mm-hmm.
so to have the explosion
Mm-hmm.
mental patients in there and brain affected people.
Mm-hmm.
They had to say, well, we had to triage it a little bit. Some of those who aren't the super worst, and they got to go home with the family. But Joyce was there. Like Joyce had a comfortable bed,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Oh, where am I?" Buffy's like, Where would she feel more safe and secure than her own home?" That's like her own home. How many times has that home been attacked?
A lot. So her home is literally not the
That's
safest
literally
place.
the worst.
Worst.
The worst place
Literally.
in Sunnydale she could be, except
Because
perhaps
not because vampires don't aren't allowed in, but other monsters can just bust through the window. That's
yeah,
happened what? How many times has a random monster busted through the window, Rob?
too many times.
Too many times to count.
Zombies. There's been
Zombies?
a zombie attack. Thanks
Yes.
to a mask she just happened to bring home.
Mm-hmm.
Her friend died, and she never mentions her again. Also, a robot.
Mm.
Anyways, there's been a lot happening in that house.
There was that
Probably
party where everybody died at her house.
zombies.
Oh, yeah, that was the
Zombies.
zombies. Yeah, that was the zombies. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the vampire
her and her
attack.
friend getting liquored in the kitchen, bitching
Hmm.
about Buffy the Runaway.
Yeah, you see how there's been so many attacks. I got one attack mixed up with another attack.
Too many.
Too many
There's been too many.
attacks.
Why would you bring her home? Now,
Yeah,
at the same time, though, there is
hospital's
that
not
there's
hospital's
that
not safe at all. At
there's
all.
that bug alien
Yeah,
just crawling across the ceiling. So maybe
they
it's
were right.
you got a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, yeah,
50-50
50
shot.
shot.
Yep. Scooby's out patrolling. This time, Tara and Anya are with them. Riley showed up, which is nice. Nice of them
Finally.
to do. Yep. So they find this crash site. Of course, nobody else has ever been there. No one else paid attention to Sunnydale at all. Of course, maybe this isn't a super odd thing to happen in Sunnydale. They've had
Yeah, there's like
odder things. There's been a worm. There's been a
yeah,
worm.
yeah. So
School
their
blew up.
mayor tried to kill everybody. So like it's just another Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday night.
Yeah,
Sunnydale. Something crashed. It's like, well, at least it didn't,
kill everybody.
blow the school up. It's
Yeah,
happening in a park, for God's sakes.
yeah.
Anyways, they find this meteor. It's hollow. And they can say, uh-oh, this is probably not great. They assume that something slithered out of it. Giles, I did like when he said, well, we can't assume that it slithered. And Anya's like, no, it probably bounced and frolicked its way out. Good for Anya. She gets it. So Riley finds this black goo inside his throat. This is an
Mhm.
awful way to go. Anyways, and it stinks. And it stinks. Now, we don't like it happens a couple other times. We don't hear about the smell, stuff like that. So maybe that was just the man's halitosis that made it. No one
Mhm.
ever said maybe a little mouthwash before strolling around, out of your mind in the
Yeah,
park.
yeah.
Just
Always brush your teeth.
two things you got to do. Mother always said, make sure your breath smells fresh, and clean underwear in case a space bug jumps on you.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
doubt either one of those things happen. It's the way people act in Sunnydale is,
Hmm.
they just let a couple standards slide. That's how the vampires happen.
Yes.
It's in the rules. Anyways, they're not going to call Buffy about this. She's got her family stuff to go on and stuff like that. So they're going to do the researching.
They call the government.
Yeah, well, they say, well, we're gonna go. Yeah, you're right. You suck at the research. He says, I'm gonna stay here and do some more investigating. He just immediately on the phone with Graham, like,
Mhm.
buddy. Well, first he has to go through his little protocol thing and stuff like that. It's like he wants to say that he's Agent Riley Finn. Then he's like, no, just regular civilian Riley Finn calling in on the government on the secret line and stuff like that. So
Mm.
go back to that hospital now. And when I was saying about how well they take care of their patients in there. So there's this
Hmm.
nurse, there's another crazy patient, but it's not like that room is stacked with beds. There's a couple of beds.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? They're not stacking them in there by any means. This guy seems to have a lot of room. So he sees bug guy crawling across the ceiling like he's Lionel Richie.
Hmm.
He starts screaming. The nurse kind of looks up for 1 second, and just goes back to her stuff. Just lets him scream. I guess after you've been there a long time, maybe you've dealt with a lot of
Yeah,
patients.
they're probably like another day. Johnny screaming again.
Yeah,
Hmm.
ridiculous. So
Just let him scream himself to sleep.
yeah, unbelievable,
Hmm.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
So Buffy at this point, she's ready to take her mom home. Now they gave Buffy, like they say, it could be like for 2 nights or something like that. They gave Buffy a lot of pills. That's for 2 nights. They
Yeah.
gave her large bottles of pills. What is she supposed to do with the rest? What's a extracurricular? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You want to
Throw it
take a
away.
couple. If you
Churn them.
want to be a little less manic.
Yeah.
You got a hard day. Take a
Hmm.
couple of these. This is how problems start, Ferris.
Absolutely. Gateways.
Yeah, this is back in those times too. Except they
Hmm.
weren't out in cold country.
Yeah.
They were there in southern, sunny California,
Suburbs, man, is where it starts.
3 hours away from everywhere.
Yep.
There in Sunnydale, except for a university and a port and airport and
Yeah.
you know more cemeteries than anywhere else in America per cap.
Literally.
Yep, there you go. So the doc's going to assure him that the hospital can do better, but like though they're very excited, they're going to go home. It's like, yep. It's like Joyce, why don't you take your girls home? The doctor says to him. It's like, oh yeah, Joyce is going to have to drive. Joyce is going to have to drive
Hmm.
because one is Dawn, two is Buffy, and she's the worst driver ever. She sucks. I would rather have a mentally afflicted Joyce drive me home
Yes, then Buffy.
than a stone cold sub like Buffy Summers.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous. Anyways, for some reason Joyce can't handle the light at home. It cuts right to home. She can't handle the light. That hospital was fluorescent lighted to the max.
Hmm.
And she seemed to handle it fine. Just something about the nice soft home lighting couldn't handle. So they're
Hmm.
gonna turn it all off. Don't worry about it. Then Chopper's gonna show up at the crash site, and I'm gonna tell you this: they got a lot of work out of this one particular set that they had. I'm guessing it was an actual park, but here
Yeah.
we go. So
It
yeah,
looked like some random field. There was just like some field out there.
there's a nice pond. I don't know a pond that you
Yeah, I
can
guess.
there's no ducks or anything like that, but you can go hang up by the pond. Now
Hmm.
there's going to be a Major Ellis show up, and he's played by an actor named Nick Chinlund, who's been in basically every television show you've ever seen, every single one of them. And he has that face where you've seen him in every single one of them. But the problem is he's been in every single one of them like once. So he's a man of a thousand faces, one of my favorite kind of character actors.
I know that guy.
Yeah. Uh,
I know that guy.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Hmm.
He was in. He played the same character in both Training Day and Training Day, the TV series, which I didn't even know happened.
Yeah, they unfortunately canceled it because Bill Paxton passed away.
And also, you can't swear like you did.
No.
You know, Godzilla
Yeah.
has nothing on me,
And
fella.
yeah, and you know what? And Training Day only works because Denzel Washington's Alonzo. And no offense to Bill Paxton, I like Bill Paxton,
Sure.
but you're not Denzel Washington, my dog. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he's gonna get there. Riley's gonna fill him in.
Hmm.
Fair situation here. One Graham Scott's like, hey, why didn't your girlfriend just take care of this? And he's like, well. Anyways, somehow Riley has discovered that the slime thing, and he had like little
Yeah.
stuff that collected in somehow. All right, just carrying that around, maybe it's for giving some of his junkies a little hit to take home with him.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know,
Yes.
he's the dealer. He's the blood
Yes.
dealer.
He's the
I
blood
just figured
dealer.
it out.
Yes. He
Oh
has.
my god, he has to get a pip hat now.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna, show them that this thing I could just figure out just by looking at it, some kind of protein alkaloid. Now,
How do
earlier,
you know that? Like you're saying
exactly,
random words now. You're saying random words.
yeah, he was a psychology, I believe, teaching aide, not a
Yes.
science one. Now,
Yes.
uh, I before the show decided to look up what is a protein alkaloid. It took me about 2 minutes to become so goddamn bored. I said, I never want to know. I'm going to take them as its word. Couldn't care less.
Protein alkaloid,
I think
baby.
they took two science words that they found the first couple ones. I was like, yeah, all right, this will work. And
Sounds
it
about
does.
right.
Yep, that's fine by me. Anyways, they're saying, well, you're not going to be able to trace this protein alkaloid because it's disappearing too fast. So, well, you came for space. So there's got to be trace radiation. So they get their, equipped Geiger counters like everybody should have, especially in the 90s. You know what I mean? Now, we see that the bug dude had made his way over to the Summers abode.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see Joyce coming downstairs. She was sleeping. Goes in the kitchen, starts banging and crashing stuff. Buffy's immediately in the kitchen. But somehow she's already burning things. It's been 5 seconds. That pan shouldn't even be hot by then. Never mind burning, like smoking, for God's sakes. Ridiculous. Even if she had gas. Even if there was gas, it was too quick.
Well, we also don't know like how long she was in the kitchen before making noise.
Yeah, well, we see her go downstairs and around the couch, so we can assume. But I guess that's what good editing does.
Mm-hmm.
Cuts the time down. You know what I mean?
Yes, it cuts the time
Anyways,
down.
Buffy's gonna go in there. Joyce says, "I'm cooking breakfast, and not like you need any, Buffy. You're disgustingly fat." Which is
Wow.
just to say that SMG is one of the more slight actresses. I think would be an understatement, wouldn't you? Not the
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, she's as much shadow as a corporal being, but and then she starts freaking out over Dawn. It's the same thing that she calls her a thing that she doesn't belong. She wants Dawn to get away from her. Dawn's gonna run off, and immediately Joyce snaps back and is like, what's going on? And Buffy's gonna have to go up there and explain, your mom doesn't hate you, so all that stuff. But Dawn's been keeping the receipts.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the latest in a list of people that have said there's something up with this one, and it's going back all the way to her first appearance outside the magic box there,
Mm-hmm.
and that. A strange man says, you don't belong here and stuff like that, and Miss Muffet. So she's
She's
Buffy
keeping a
just
list and she's checking it twice. Dawn Santa Claus right there.
Buffy's just assuring her, oh, these are just sick people.
Yes.
Don't listen to what they say at all. Pay them no mind. So get back to the magic box, gang. Busy researching. This
Yes.
is what they do. This is what they're good at. Also, fighting two female vampires for Willow because she can stake them both. Good job on Willow once again.
Mm.
So they're looking for stuff from falling from the heavens, aliens and stuff like that. There's got to be some kind of demon that doesn't. Since there's no other meteors, they're going to rule out invasion, which is lucky. It's a good thing. You'd
Mm-hmm.
hate to have more than one of those cockroach human mixes running around for
Yeah.
sure. Then they say, oh, there's the same thing that's happened in Russia, and there's all this stuff that happened in good old Iceland. And then they're talking about quelling. And
Mm-hmm.
Xander's going to look in a comic kind of thing he had and say, oh, they're talking about it right here. Of course, as usually happens, they have the right information right in front of them. They said it was used there was these demons that would get summoned to quell the insane folks in villages. So they start calling this thing a queller, and they figure out this is what it's going to be. So everything is going to line up in its modus
Shout out to
operandi.
human beings for documenting history. Well, not all history, but the history they want.
Also, shout out to the guys that translated this stuff from the original Icelandic.
Yes.
Those guys have words that are like 40 letters long.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how to spell? Do
And
you
that
know
just
how to
also means
Rob?
like but then they have to say it 40
Do you know how to
letters.
spell Reykjavik?
I believe there's a J.
Somewhere.
Yep.
Shout out to the homies in
Maybe
Iceland.
there's two. Maybe there's two.
We still
Anyways,
remember. We still remember that Euros run.
we'll always remember the Euros run. What a
Yeah.
bunch of heroes. I like that more than when the Greeks did so well.
Oh,
Anyways,
oh wow.
yep. So, so it's determined. Glory must have summoned all of these things. Willow's gonna go and give Riley a call now. It's like because they finally have cell phones.
Hmm.
Sunnydale. It makes things a lot easier. He says he's at the mental ward there. He's like knee deep in corpses. That butt guy's got around while that nurse was busy on her crosswords or whatever
Yeah,
she was doing.
ignoring the screams.
The screams,
Hmm.
the blood curdling screams of a person about to die by a space bug alien, for God's sakes.
Hmm.
Now, Will then tells Riley about Joyce, and then he says, "Don't worry about Joyce. She was allowed to go home, and pretty sure we got this thing stuck in the air ducts."
Hmm.
You know, I don't know why he would say that. There's no proof that they ever had this thing. Then he's gonna hang up. Meanwhile,
Just be saying random stuff, right? I think Rob. I think he's a little
this whole
delusional.
thing is about saying, yeah, you're saying random stuff.
You
Joyce
know
is saying
what? You
random
know
stuff.
what? You know what? I think he's a little delusional because he's lost a lot of blood because he's too busy letting people suck on him.
I wish we could phrase that
Oh
phrase that
well, how
differently.
can you? How can we phrase it like that? That's what he did.
Dra- drain.
Drained him from the. Okay, all right. Just move on.
We're gonna keep going because Joyce is
Yes.
having a collapse mentally. She's
Yes.
going on about something, just talking about how it has gasoline eyes, and and talking about the school and all this stuff. Poor
Hmm.
Dawn having to hear her mother say all these things. Joyce asking why the ceiling is staring at her,
Hmm.
and she's back to she's trying to block all this noise and stuff like that. Buffy's downstairs in the kitchen doing dishes. She starts crying, but to cover it up, she plays possibly the worst music outside of the bronze that you'll hear in Buffy ever. What is
Hmm.
with this samba stuff she just turns up? What kind of 18-year-old lady? I guess maybe 19.
You don't like
Like,
samba?
that is. Why would she turn it up so loud? And why would it just be on the radio station right then? That doesn't seem like a samba home.
You don't know that, Rob. You don't know that she married to Freddie Prince. Hey
Yeah,
man,
but
she's married to Freddie Prince Jr.
I'm assuming it's Joyce's radio station because
Oh
she
yeah,
just
see,
turns on the
Joyce is a little.
radio.
Joyce is
Maybe
a
Joyce
little.
is in the samba.
Yeah, she got a little
I
festiveness to
would
her,
think
man.
more African. I could see more
Yeah,
African drum beats.
yeah. Oh,
But
cause she's
samba.
cause she's a museum paleontologist. I
That's
understand
right.
that. But
That's right.
she probably found the samba in her research for the museum. You don't know, Rob. She got a little groove to her,
She
Rob.
just has it in her heart.
Yeah, man, she got a little groove there. Shout out to Joyce.
Groove is in the heart.
Yeah.
I've heard that
I
once
don't know
before.
why I was moving my shoulders for that long.
I
I
liked it
don't.
because
Yeah,
you had the music in
yeah.
you.
I had the music in me, man. Shout out to you, Joyce.
Anyways, Joyce is still going on now, saying
Yeah.
that she doesn't like the way that thing is staring at her. And then we see, oh, big surprise! That space bug is directly above her now. So we see quickly out at the hospital. Graham followed the trail out to the parking lot and said, "Well, it's gone." And it's like, oh boy, that usually means it picked up a lift in the car somewhere, and then pieces start to figure out. Riley knows where this thing is.
Hmm.
Let's get going, guys. And they don't even travel by map in this one. It takes them actually for Sunnydale a little bit to get to where their destination is. So,
Hmm.
bug drops down. It's gonna puke up its goop all over poor Joyce's face.
Hmm.
But here comes Dawn. Dawn to the rescue. She's gonna knock this thing off, which is good. Which is weird is she knocks it off with the hallway coat rack on the second floor.
Well, one, why do you have a hallway coat rack? Period. Most coat racks are downstairs, literally near the
By a door. By
by
a
the
door.
front door. It's usually by the front door.
Yep.
I don't know. So shout out to the hallway coat rack.
Yeah,
I guess this is a family of many coats. So they gotta have coat racks everywhere, Rob.
well, it could be a comfortable thing. Maybe it's for sweaters.
Yeah, it could
Maybe
be.
it'd be like I believe Mr. Rogers had a coat rack that had sweaters on it. You know where he kept that? By the door, by the front
Yes.
door,
Yes.
like a decent human being.
Yes.
Ridiculous. Anyways, Joyce is going to start pulling all this goop off her face. Lucky for her.
Yeah, that must have been a horrible day to shoot for that actress.
Also, yeah, that one is like clear. The other
Yeah.
stuff, it looked like in the guy's mouth was black. That's why I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe the guy just had dental hygiene problems.
Yeah.
Poor wife. No
Yeah.
wonder she'd just let him walk around on his own. Anyways, this thing is going to start slithering after Dawn. She's going to lock her room. She's going to run around. Somehow, her and her mother share a door to each other's rooms and stuff like that. Anyways, Dawn's going to come around, not lock that one too. Starts screaming for Buffy. Buffy, finally, going to spring into action. Oh boy, here we go. So she runs upstairs and then starts to get the bug fighting on her. They're gonna fall down the stairs. They're gonna separate here. She goes into the kitchen, she grabs a knife, which is smart. Then sees a Spike coming up from the basement,
Mm-hmm.
arms full of stuff. Says, "What are you doing?" And it's like, "Oh, I was, in here
Yeah.
stealing some stuff."
Stalking you.
Like, yeah, I'm not stalking you at all. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Like,
not
you
in
just
love
in
with
here
you. I'm
stealing my
not in love
stuff.
with you.
Yeah, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm an evil guy. I steal stuff." And she's like, "Those pictures of me?" And then right back into the fight with the bug. The knife is going to get knocked loose.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Spike just going over and killing the thing like a decent person, he just throws the knife back to Buffy so she can
Stab
stab
him.
it awkwardly. Thankfully, getting rid of the Queller space bug cockroach boy
Yes.
just in the nick of time. Speaking of nick of time, that's when the initiative fellas. I don't even know if it's initiative fellas anymore.
No, I think this is just the government.
Just
Like
government, just government
black
guys.
ops.
Yeah, the guys who have information about information.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they're gonna come in. Don't worry about it. What we're gonna see next, though, Ben is gonna be heading home for the night.
Yep, the nurse. This was the
Yeah,
big twist.
yeah. Dregs in the back seat,
Yes.
apologizing to him, but wanting to know why did he summon the Quiller.
Yeah.
And Ben's like, I've been doing. I had to do it because I've been cleaning up after Glory my entire life. There's a little
Mm-hmm.
thing. So
Yes.
maybe
Mm-hmm.
Ben and Glory somehow have grown up knowing each other, that
Yes.
kind of thing. Anyways, Drake is still very, you honorable towards Ben, but admonishing at the same time. But Ben orders him out. Drake's going to reply. He's, of course, sir, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Gets out of there. Anyways, Joyce is going to go back to the hospital now. She's going to ask Buffy if it really is her kid. And Buffy, to her credit, takes a pause and then just says no. Doesn't try to make up a story. Just says no. And then just like, yeah, I knew it. But I feel like she is my kid and all this other stuff. You
We
have to
must protect her.
You got to protect her like she was actually mine, like she's your sister. You got to protect and love her and all this stuff. Buffy, of course, promises she will, which is an important thing to point out. Anyways, because she's precious to the world. And Joyce knows she's precious to the world as
Mm-hmm.
much as Buffy is to her. So she promises, great. So then the last thing we see is Joyce getting wheeled out towards her operation. All the keys are there for some reason. It's nice to see Riley taking a break from getting his blood sucked out. So, next time, all those problems with Riley and Buffy, they're going to get wrapped up nicely. They're going to live happily ever after. Into the Woods is the next episode, Ferris.
Can't
What
wait.
a heartwarming story it is. Ferris, thanks, buddy, for joining us here. Well, I guess do I even have to thank you for joining us on our own show?
No,
here
I
on
don't
the
think.
Rewatch
This
Council.
is our channel. You don't got to thank me at all. This is what we do. We're built for this.
This
This is
is
the
what we do.
grind. This is what we do.
This is what happens around here. So
Yeah,
we will be back tomorrow live, 5 o'clock Central Time, the most important one. Talk
3
about
o'clock
Angel,
Pacific.
the trial. We're going to talk about that tomorrow when we get reconvene the Rewatchers Council. Other than that, what are you up to on this whole Let's Get Ready network of ours,
On
Ferris?
our sister channel, the Good Friends Better Rivals channel, tonight, 8 o'clock Pacific. Me and Adelia will be doing our Australian Open preview show. The rally's back, baby. So be on the lookout for that.
Are you going to have a special tribute to the career of Milos Raonic,
No,
Canadian tennis superstar?
no,
And as superstar as you could get for a guy who he was ranked third in the world at one time, never won a major trophy, I don't think. Anyways, shout
no.
out to congratulations on a fine career, injury riddled as it was to Milos Raonic.
Yes.
I will be on our sister channel, Good Friends Better Riley, this coming Tuesday. Talking starting 11 with Delia, English Premier League, back at it after
Cup competitions.
some competitions. Don't want to talk about it. Won't talk about it at all. It's unimportant. So I'll be talking about the 10 actual matches I counted.
Hmm.
It's coming Tuesday with Adelia. Also, we debuted our hockey show, Ryan Christensen and I, this past week. You can find Post Whistle, the Good Friends Better Rival channel. We'll be doing a show at least once a month. We're figuring leading up to playoffs. We'll do an Olympic special next time, so come on and check that out. Guys, that's it from us here at the Rewatchers Council. In the words of the Space Bug Queller, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll speak to you next time.